we're just taught that, well, we're not supposed to fight. And that's just a bunch of BS, because that is, we have to learn how to fight with each other so that we are soft on the person and we're firm on the subject. And if we don't learn how to fight, then we destroy relationships. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your weekly zodiac reading. My name is Jessica. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the reading and see what the energies are. This first pile will be the overall energies for the week. And I'm already struggling so much with speaking with Mercury and shadow right now. It's definitely affecting some things. It'll be definitely affecting you and your partnerships and relationships. Because it is going through right now, the new moon was going through also your 7th house of love and partnerships. So know that your energy for the week is ocean of eternal love. So already it's telling me that you're going to be feeling this a lot this time, as well as with it being in Libra. So we've got the ancient elder experience and lessons. I'll go back to what I was saying in just a second. So this is your higher or future self for the message for the week. So yeah, this Mercury in retrograde is going to be a lot for you and your partnerships and relationships, and really showing you you and how you show up in them and your effect on them. So keep that in mind. That can be really hard. Love relationships. Wow, that has a lot to say. Yep, shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, vision, quest. And this one is from your guides, your angels, your hammock of all of the beautiful energies that surround you in your journey. And this pile will be for those messages. And last but not least will be the action to take or not to take, depending on what the message is. So motivation. So we're going to look at that. We're going to define these a little clearer with tarot. But yes, keep an eye out on all of these energies and where they're affecting you at this time. Shadow can just be one of those things that is forewarning us of what's to come. So be really clear on your energies of how to communicate, and be really open on hearing more, responding less, or until we know what the message is. So let's go ahead and see. So we've got the Empress. Love that energy already. It is beautiful. And we've got Ace of Cups. With Mars in Gemini right now, communication is, and with Mercury, it's just so huge right now to really look how we're communicating things and what deserves to be shifted. So your future self right there. Wow. Okay. That was quick, right? And I turned those upside down. So we've got 9 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and 10 of Swords. Okay, and your guides. What messages for Pisces? Right there. 6 of Swords. There. Ace of Wands. Knight of Cups, and the bottom. Got 5 of Wands. Okay. And as far as action, yours is motivation. So we've got 7 of Wands. These right there. So we've got the Star, 2 of Cups, and 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so we've definitely got a lot of water energy here, no doubt there, right, Pisces? You've got, of course, the Ace of Cups. You've got the beautiful Empress here. And I'm really seeing this a lot as your energy. There's this beautiful nurturing energy that you Pisces really do have. Very loving energy. It's really having, especially with this being in your love sector, you know, we've got Venus here with the Empress. So it's really just a another message for you to just keep tapping into that beautiful love energy and partnership energy with that energy of the new moon. We've got a lot of partnerships, and that moon energy being that there's some things that perhaps aren't being seen here. And so the Hierophant being at the bottom, I'm just going to go straight to that one, because the message is, with this has another message other than just our spirituality or perhaps constraints of government or religion. Sometimes it is the initiation of learning something new. And I'm hearing a learning how to be in love. There's initiation, then there's apprenticeship, and then there's mastery. And when we go into different phases of our learning of love, we really do, like, if you look at your history of love, if you're new with your relationships, I mean, it's so messy. And then you go into apprenticeship of learning how to love. And then when we finally are like, okay, we've done the work, we've learned how to grow up and be in relationship, and that's where we go into mastery of it. And when we do, in all those phases, we overflow with feelings, and there's a lot of love there is what I'm hearing. But we've got to find it within ourselves. We've got to learn how to do it. This is going to really, this energy is going to shake things up, and we are going to find our tempo is what I'm hearing, as far as our ability to navigate through the waters of love. And how we do that is sometimes very blindfolded. Sometimes we don't see, and that's where the moon, I feel, energy is coming up. Sometimes we don't see all the pictures. We don't see how it is to be in relationship with ourselves. And so we've got to get really clear on those messages. And with the cosmos, it's going to show us. It's going to show us what's not working. And if we're open enough, we can really look within ourselves and see what parts that we're carrying into relationships that don't. The ancient, the elder, and experience and lessons, that goes right along with that. So this is your future higher self is really pushing you and cheering you on for you to get really clear on how it is to be in relationship and what you have to offer. And when you do, because this is fat and happy, like this is something that you Pisces really do have so much love to give. You're so nurturing. However, sometimes you have the ability to not stand for what you want and believe in, or you don't want to cause friction, so you'll let things pass. And so what I'm really hearing is you've got to stand for yourself. You've got to fill your own cup so that you have something full to offer to someone else. And there's always another feast. There's always like he's fat and happy, and then there's a feast coming. So know that love is always there for you. We have to attend. We have to attend the party. We have to accept the invitation. And when we do, that cup is definitely overflowing. And the offerings are there. We have something to offer. So it's just getting really grounded into what is working, what isn't working, and how we show up. We can always point the finger at someone else, but it's really going and tapping into the owl on our shoulder of the wisdom of what we contribute that doesn't work, what cycles a part of our life that we get to clean up at this time. How, because we have such a huge effect on our relationships and the people that we love. Pisces, you're so powerful in your love and your ability to give it, that sometimes it isn't being reflected of what toxic or patterns that aren't working are in our life that we bring to the table. So have a peek at that. And I'm seeing you as this Page of Pentacles of kind of looking at your life, taking you and looking at it and going, how can I polish this? How can I show up in a different way? What parts of my wounds are in my relationships that I'm not really choosing to look and see. And so when we do truly get clear, and not in a shameful way, this is knowledge is power. When this is all diagnostics of our life, and if we're not really willing to see what isn't working, we really can't make changes, and we get the same result over and over. So I'm really seeing that analyzing that Page of Pentacles energy of really looking at our life, we then get this beautiful Knight of Wands energy where we can really show up in a beautiful, fiery, romantic way that inspires others, is what I'm hearing. And if we don't, here's the flip side, right? The flip side is that Swords energy, that it just stuck. All these things are the things that aren't working, that are in our backs. The good news is that the sun is rising on the horizon here. A new day is dawning. So don't get stuck on what's not working, but get really clear on things that spark that fire, that romance, and what is going to work in your life, okay? And then moving steps towards that, because we can get really lost on the things that perhaps didn't work in our lives, or relationships that failed, and we can really drag ourselves down with that energy. Especially retrograde energy here is showing us perhaps past old relationships are coming to the back, going, is this it? I miss you. And you get to really look at that and see if that is serving the big picture of what you really are creating. Or are we opening a book and rereading it in hopes that it'll have a different ending? So have a peek at that. Look at that very clearly. Your guides are, no doubt, shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, and vision quest. So I'm really hearing that goes right along with all of this is what are you creating? You know, Mercury in retrograde is something really, it's rough, but it really has us, this is where we fine tune things. This is where we go back and we have tower moments sometimes that if we're not in alignment with where we are going, and that's going all, and you've got the Six of Swords here, he's in the boat, and if we don't know where we're going, then we can't get in it and go there. We can't leave these rough waters behind. We've got to risk on doing something different. And usually Mercury in retrograde has that beautiful power to toss up our life, and if we're not where we're supposed to be, it moves us to being in that. If we haven't healed something, if we're not looking at something, if we're not communicating something, it usually really comes out in that very watery, powerful way. And if we're not clear, if we haven't got really clear on what we're creating here, then we can drown our worlds. We can blow shit up. And that's the energy here, is that we don't have to do that. We can stand in our own power, our own ideas, our own spark of going, okay, let's do this in a different way, rather in a whirlwind or a tsunami kind of way. And I'm Cancer, so I definitely know all about that water, ferocious energy, and we can really blow up our lives if we do not get clear and ground in our power. Then we do it in a way that it doesn't have to be, or it does. It's going into this energy, Five of Wands. Another reading had this in there. One of the readers that I really love, he says that this is they're fighting with sticks. Okay, this is the Indiana Jones card, and they're learning how to fight. And I really feel with this shamanic journey, that very primal part of ourselves, to be in relationship, we have to learn how to fight. And this came up, and when we do that, we learn how to stand our ground. We learn how to fight in a way that assists us in being productive, in being our boundaries, teaching someone how to love us, teaching people that in our lives how to be in relationship with us. If we don't learn how to do that in a strategic way, in a healthy way, then we blow our lives up. We ruin relationships that mean something to us. And that's not something that is on the forefront a lot in teachings with relationships. We're just taught that, well, we're not supposed to fight. And that's just a bunch of BS, because that is, we have to learn how to fight with each other so that we are soft on the person and we're firm on the subject. And if we don't learn how to fight, then we destroy relationships. And when we do that, we really do bring in this Knight of Cups energy I love so very much. He's walking with solid movement forward and a full cup. He has something to offer, and he has great momentum. And like going back, horses, it's assistance, but it's being sure-footed, and it's knowing the steps you must take, and your purpose and your vision and everything that goes along with this shamanic journey. You've got to get clear on what you want, and then know how to fight for it, and then you can move with forward momentum. So your action is motivation, okay? So going over here, so you've got motivation right here. I love this because sometimes if we have this Ten of Swords energy, we don't have motivation. We already feel like we're down and out, okay? So in order to get motivation, if we are tapping more into this energy, I'm hearing that, this is you standing your ground. This is actually a good card. This is a yes card. This is move forward with momentum, start dreaming. You've got, I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius, but you definitely, there's this energy of karma, of dreaming, of wishes coming true. And your higher selves want you to know that the fighting is going to stop, but we've got to we have to fight sometimes for what we believe in, or fight to do it differently, or fight to do it better, or fight ourselves to do it better. And that's something that comes in time. But what I am seeing here is, if we do this work, we've got the lovers, the Two of Cups here, okay? And to me, I'm hearing lovers. When we do the work, we show up differently. We get clear on what we want. We see how we show up in relationships. Then we get this. We get a cup of equal measure. We get the same offering when we do the work ourselves. And when we see the games we play, when we see, if we're really willing to do the work on ourselves and analyze what we're offering, then we have the power to change it. But if we go through the life of not wanting to look at our crap, then what happens is that we are showing up with our cups half empty. We're not showing up with a true full cup, because we're not able to be accountable of our own actions and how we show up in relationship. But when we get really clear, we may say, yeah, I'm offering this. I know that I have insecurities. I know that I'm avoidant. I know that I'm anxious. I know that I have past traumas that I get to heal. I have trust issues that I'm working on. If you know what you need to work on, that is a full cup, because it says, it's not saying that I'm going to show up perfectly. It's showing that I'm going to show up with the clear intention on working on my stuff. And that's powerful. That's full. Because if you have the ability to look at your stuff and know what you've got, you know what you have to offer, because you have the power to change when stuff arises, okay? The Three of Pentacles is really going and this is therapy, I'm hearing. This is going and doing personal development. This is reading some beautiful relationship books, or processes that you deserve to heal in your life. All this whole retrograde is going to be about your relationships. Really having you take a look at you in relationships. And how we do that is the beautiful reflection of the people around us. You're here. I'm reflecting to you messages. It's up to you. I don't have your answers, but I can point to you in a direction for you to find your answers. And when I say something and you're like, yeah, that's mine. Yes, that's mine. Yes, that's mine. That's beautiful. We are in partnership together to assist you and so that you can move forward in that beautiful journey that your guides and your higher self are saying you've got this. So I love this. Remember, it's going to be like waves for a while with all of this energy. Really try to ground into that Empress energy of being loving and compassionate, especially when things are hard. So I hope that you loved your reading today. Again, check out your rising and your moon so that you have a fuller picture for all your messages. And I will see you next week, Pisces. Thanks so much.